Hey guys, today we're going to go over the Inuyasha Nendoroid set from Goodsmile, released earlier this year. I've been collecting Inuyasha merchandise for a few months now, and it's one of my favorite series to date. I've been following these Nendoroids for quite some time now, and they finally dropped after a couple months of pre-ordering, and right after these dropped, Moroku and Sanga were announced, so I'll definitely be snagging those as well. I don't really do many figure unboxings as I really don't buy enough of these to really warrant it, but I enjoy them nonetheless. I'd like to do more figures where I don't have to assemble them, as that's a lot easier to film. As you'll see, I kind of struggle to assemble Kagome just because she has so many parts. The last Nendoroid video did pretty good, so if this one follows anywhere close, I'll gladly keep doing them with different imported merchandise or other Nendoroids or figures, and maybe some statues later on this year and maybe some next year. We gotta see what's pre-ordered and what's gonna come out in time, because, you know, some figures and statues can take up to late 2022. Alrighty, and here you'll see the cute little Ami Ami comic strip that they always stick in their boxes. I've started to kind of collect these. I'm not too sure how many I'm going to get. I've gotten no duplicates so far, so I can't tell if they make them every month, but we'll have to see. But I've always been really excited for these Nendoroids, specifically the Inuyasha one. I know he had a run before this, but I never really saw the drive to get him. Just because I don't really like getting things that don't have sets in terms of small figures or collectible merchandise. And Nendoroid is really guilty of this. They'll do like maybe one character and then they'll quit. So to see them go so hard after Inuyasha's debut is kind of nice to see. Just because I enjoy always having all the characters. And they started pop-up parades as well. I have 3 of those pre-ordered. And if you don't know what they are, they're basically 8 inches tall, really good plastic cast figures that's really cheap, and they're pretty high quality for the price that you pay. They're around the $40 price point, around the same as a Nendoroid too, and they're way bigger. They're just not posable and they're more static. But I have Sashomaru, Inuyasha, and Kagome completely pre-ordered for that. Don't really want Kikyo's pop-up just because she's kind of boring outside of her Nendoroid. But hopefully I'll do an unboxing sometime, I think around October is when they debut, so I'll have another video for that up as well. Super cute boxes. I've noticed that Nendoroid boxes are shrinking as time goes on, and their overall ability to kind of put everything in a super small blister package is getting better and better. Not too into it. I kind of like the bigger boxes. I think they look a little bit nicer, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I also really love the sculpt they chose for Tessaiga. That's a really weird sword to take, and to kind of chibi it down, I think it looks perfect. I love it. I love that they included his sheath as well, so you don't always have to have it exposed. I enjoy her sitting poses with Inuyasha. I don't use them for this video, but I might change them out after this. I'm looking at them over my shelf, and I'm kind of thinking I might do that. So here's a simple time lapse of me really struggling to get her open. And, you know, Nendoroid boxes, if you don't know, you have to be really careful with because you'll rip them very easily. They're basically, the whole set's just fragile. The Nendoroid's fragile to certain points. I mean, they can take some beatings, but some of them that I've had, like Sashomaru, is way more fragile than any of the other 3, which is interesting to me. His build quality, I guess because he has more small, meticulous little parts, is more fragile, but you'll have to be really careful with them sometimes, depending on what they are. Like, I know her arrow hand is probably fragile, so I did my best to kind of not break it. So you can see I don't really want to break her neck joint or anything like that, so I take her head off before that, and then we just kind of fit everything to her. It's a really good face sculpt, though. I do like her Nendoroid a lot. I like her colors. I think she's spot on with expressions, but here's all of them that have been released so far. So you have from the right Kagome, Inuyasha, Kikyo, and Sashomaru. I love them so far. These are probably the nicest set of Nendoroids that I have. And I have quite a bit of them that I've gotten off camera. I haven't recorded them for a while, but I'm excited to see where they keep going, and I'd love to see more Inuyasha Nendoroids come out.